So if we can aim high for our goals and achieve them, then we should always be doing it, and we should aim as high as possible, and we should dream big. After all of this, dreaming, you have to have hard work, put a lot of time into everything you're doing, and have courage, because there are going to be a lot of obstacles. But just remember that the universe is trying to help you, so you just have to be open and receptive to its gifts. But everybody has a story. You just need to find a way to tell your story in a way that makes sense for whatever you want to do.
Ask yourselves that. Do your dreams bring you to tears? Because if they don't, are we dreaming big enough? One of my mentors, Greg Kapp, says, we have to have a dream so big we can't achieve it until we grow into the person who can. And not to fit the size of our dreams into the size of an opportunity. Just because someone doesn't see you for what you feel you're worth, doesn't mean you need to create a dream that they approve of. But daydreaming is the sport of geniuses and the playground of the gods. You can do anything, be anything, and create anything you want there. You can use that to manifest your entire life. Until our inner voice becomes so loud and gives us a vision so enormous that disbelief becomes hunger. If we crave it, we really want it, we'll do everything and anything in our power to get that dream. When people try and knock us off our path from our dream, we're going to be so focused on where we're going, we don't have time for where we're at now or what they're saying or the opinion of others. You want to be in the world of dreamers. But why? One dream acted upon daily can change our lives. But all dreams acted upon collectively can change the world.
And I want people to know that they should never stop dreaming and never stop reaching for goals that they want, because we all can achieve anything that we want. This is our world. Everyone else is just in it. We can create our own reality. We all have goals. We want to matter. We want to be important. We want to have freedom and power to pursue our creative work. We want respect from our peers and recognition for our accomplishments, not out of vanity or selfishness, but out of an earnest desire to fulfill our personal potential.
Your potential expands as you move towards it. You cannot know. None of us can know what our potential is, because as we move towards our potential, it moves and it moves and it moves. And that's a great thing to know. Oh, I don't know what my potential is. As I get to it, it expands. Yes, it does. And here's a wonderful thing. When your mind expands to a new dimension, it never, ever, ever goes back. It keeps going forwards. So why should you dream big? Because your mind expands to new dimensions. I mean, people say, I've learned to manifest. It's amazing. I manifest parking spaces. How cool is that? I know, it's very cool. I do that too. In central London, I will always find a parking space because I tell my mind I'll find it. But if I could do that, why would I stop at a parking space? Expand to bigger, better things. You have a universal brain. As you think, someone else is thinking your thoughts. We see how birds fly and fish swim, and they have a universal brain. Birds fly as a big bird, fish swim as a big fish. And one doesn't go, hey, I'll be the tail, you be the fin. They just move together. And there's a universal brain. That means as you think about inventing something, someone in the world is thinking about it too. Because when you expand your mind to new dimensions, all kinds of things happen to meet your expectations. They all stem from the belief, I'm going to write a book, I'm going to write a play, I'm going to do something, produce something. So if you're going to have dreams and goals, make them big. You know that expression, reach for the moon, you'll probably have the stars. Reach higher, dream bigger. Dream bigger and bigger and bigger. Don't dream small. If you have a gift for making things happen, don't think, well, I'm just going to visualize that meeting being cancelled. I don't want to go. I'm dreading going. Oh, look, I thought that thought and they cancelled it. Yay. How about think, well, if I could think that, if I have that much power, why don't I visualize the meeting being amazing and phenomenal and productive and amazing? You see, many people stop with their dream. I want to find love. That's a nice dream. I'm going to find love. For how long? An hour? An afternoon? A night? How about for the rest of your life? How about finding the most amazing love? You know, I had a friend, we used to live in Notting Hill. Notting Hill has a lot of rock stars. And in her road was a rock star. And she used to sing this song, I want that man. It was a big hit at the time. And she said, I want him in my bed, I want him. And what happened is, one day he got a bit drunk and he rang the wrong doorbell. She opened the door and there he was. And he was in her bed and they had a wonderful time and she never saw him again. I'm like, but why did you stop at that? You manifested him, you dreamt of him and he turned up. You could have had him forever if you dreamt bigger. We're going to meet, our hearts and souls are going to collide. He's going to see that I'm the most amazing woman in the whole world for him. We're going to be together for the rest of our lives. We're going to grow in love. He's my soulmate. You saw him, you connected with him at some level. He turned up on your doorstep and he left after one night because you didn't dream a big enough dream. I want more money. Hang on a minute. I might have $10 in my pocket. Is that? No, that's not my dream. Well, make your dream specific. I want $1 million. And by the way, what do you want it for? Well, I'm going to create a product. I'm going to make something. I'm going to monetize. I'm going to do something. And when I get that $1 million, I'm going to help more people, employ people, give more people help. Because the bigger you make your dream, the more you will manifest it. If you want to be an Olympic athlete, that's a big dream. Going to go to the Olympics, break a world record, but you have to go out and train and practice and do stuff. But if you have a dream that's big, you can go towards it. And when Whoopi Goldberg won an Oscar and held it up, she said, for every little black kid in the projects, dream big. Don't ever let someone say you can't do that. When someone said to Danny DeVito, Danny, you'll never be a movie star, I went, I will. When someone said to Naomi Campbell, black girls don't get on the cover of Vogue, that door shut, she went, I'll kick it open. And I love that about her because she said, no, you are not going to stop my dream. I got very ill in the middle of my career and my doctor said, you know, you can't go to Costa Rica and give this talk. I said, no, that's my dream. He said, well, you can't fly. I went, I'll go on a boat. I don't care how long it takes. I am not giving up my dream. I'm going, no matter what it takes. I'll go by boat and train like if it takes me a week. I am going. And he went, you know what? I'm going to let you go. I'm going to sign you off because you're so determined. But the determination to follow my dream made me fight a very tough illness. And I bounced back from that because I would not allow it to interfere with my dream, not even for a week. A week after I had a surgery, I was back on stage and speaking with Richard Bandler, having a great time because I had a dream and my mind was like a missile. It's always moving towards that dream. And it was exciting. It was challenging. So dream big dreams. You are just as likely to make a big dream come true as a little one. If you can make a little one come true, I wanted more money and I found $20 in the street. I wanted love and I found someone for a night. I wanted to be pregnant and I got pregnant. I didn't have a baby. See, that's a classic example of a dream not being correct. People say to me, I just want to be pregnant. I'm like, no, you don't. I do. You don't. They go, I do. I go, no, no, no. You want to conceive and carry and grow and deliver a perfect baby. You could be pregnant 10 times without a baby. That's not your dream. That's just the beginning. So if you want a baby, don't go, I want to be pregnant. Go, I want to conceive, carry to full term, grow a perfect, thriving baby. I want to deliver an amazing, healthy baby. I want to have an amazing relationship with this child. And I want to grow an amazing new human being. Because your mind goes, oh, I get that. I can see that dream. But I thought you just wanted to be pregnant. No. You see, you've got to be very specific. Because my dreams don't come true. It shouldn't even be a dream. You see, when you go, I dream of finding love, I wish for love, I long for love, I hope for love, your mind goes, well, keep dreaming, keep hoping, keep wishing. When you go, no, I will go out and find it. I am not going to sit on the sofa watching TV. I'm going out to find love. I'm going to believe I'm worth it, and then I'm going to put myself in front of the kind of person I want to be with, and then I'm going to find one. You see, I'm at work with women who go, I want love, and I go to yoga every day. Well, there's no men in yoga. Maybe there's one, but there's 35 women. If you want a guy, you've got to go to the weights class, or the car wash, or a poker school, or a golf club. If you're a guy and you want to find a woman, you should go to yoga because there's not many men there. You should get out of the weights and go to the yoga. So you have to be proactive with your dream. I want to be a published author or a speaker. Well, go to Toastmasters, learn to speak. When I wanted to write a book, I wrote an article for my daughter's school magazine. It was the first time I wrote anything, and they loved it. And that led me to going to that dinner, which led me to sitting next to the publisher, which led me to getting a book deal. But I didn't have the courage to write till I wrote a very small article for a magazine. But that was always my step. I didn't go, oh, I've written an article, now I can sit back at home with potato chips and the TV. That was my step to be bigger, bigger, bigger. Dream big dreams, but don't make them dreams. Make them goals. Make them stretch you, demand more of you. And know you are worth it. You can have a goal, write it out, create a mood board. If you have a dream or a goal and you create a mood board and you look at it every day, it wires it into your mind. And finally, get a peer group. Now, when I was writing a book, I decided I needed to put on a talk to get publishers there. And I told my peer group, next month I'm putting on this talk. As I said it, I could think, oh, you know what? I do that in 2 months. I do it next year. I'd committed in front of a group of people called peers, funnily enough. I'm a peer. But I committed to putting on that talk. I put on that talk. Google were there. HarperCollins turned up. I got a massive book deal. I almost cancelled it, but I kept going because I had committed. If I hadn't committed, I wouldn't have done it. When you commit to a group to doing something, your chance of doing it goes up by a whopping 80%. Find your own peer group. Commit. I'm going to take action. Taking small actions and big actions every day in the direction of your goals takes you towards your goal like a laser. So think of your goal or your dream, and instead of dreaming, take action. Little actions, big actions every single day. When I wanted to be a known therapist, I would ring up a magazine or a newspaper and ask them, hey, I just saw you had an article there on firewalking, but would you like to write an article on proper hypnosis for athletes? Because that's what firewalking really is. And most of them said yes. Some said no. Oh, who are you? No, thank you. But I kept going. That was my goal. Every day, make one phone call, send one email. If you get a rejection, come back. I remember vividly that sound, thump, when the manuscript hit my carpet in my hall, because they only send them back where they don't like them. And I heard that sound a lot. My manuscript came back, and it came back, and it came back. And I remember J.K. Rowling saying every time it came back, she repassed it and sent it to someone else. Didn't stop to think, didn't have time to cry, just get that back in an envelope, send it to another publisher. And I did the same. She made publishing history. But I got my books published because I kept going. My dream is to be published. You might reject me, but I'll find someone else who doesn't. When a director said to Meryl Streep, Meryl, you are not beautiful enough to be an actress. She said, you know what, that's your opinion. In a sea of opinions, I think I'll find another opinion. Don't let anyone burst your bubble, diminish your dreams. The most successful who got rejected, John Lennon, Eminem, One Direction, the Beatles, so many people. Einstein was told he was educationally subnormal. John Lennon was told he was on the road to nowhere. Harry Potter got rejected by several publishers, but that didn't matter. Keep dreaming your dream, but make it a goal. Take steps, take action, Believe in yourself, keep going, and dream bigger, better dreams. Remember, when your mind expands to a new dimension, it cannot, will not, does not go back. And when you move towards your potential, it moves and it moves and it moves. Beyonce was in a band once, and here she is. She's made it all on her own. Robbie Williams got fired from Take That, and here he is. Piers Morgan got fired as the editor of a newspaper, and here he is. Some of the most successful people got fired, got dumped, got rejected, but they held on to their goal. You can too.